So when God gives a word, it transforms. That's why he said we are renewed by the renewal of our mind. So when the word changes, see, his word is always promise. It's always promise behind his word. So he gives a promise. See, here it is. He gave a word to a prophet. The prophet gives the word to his people. Hear me very closely, prophet. There's a God. When God gives you a transformation word, that don't mean he's just transforming you. He's renewing you. God. He is renewing his vows. So what you trying to tell me, Minister Randall, is when God transnew you, when God renews his vows to you, my brothers and sisters, it's not about you. It's not about what you're looking for. It is what you are coming out of. So here it is. Here it is today. Zechariah, the prophet, is speaking the word of God. He's speaking of what God is saying out of his mouth. Matthew 4:9, he says, "For man don't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God." I'm not guaranteeing you nothing, but my word is, my God. He said, my word will, according to my word, my riches and glory. My God, according to his riches and glory, seek ye first the word, the word, the word. So seek ye first the word. See, we got to twist it. Dr. Crouch and Dr. We get it twisted because Baltimore, Maryland, and Empire in the Temple, and Liverpool, and everywhere else I figured out that life is not by itself. Life is connected to a word. See, every time we get up, we got a same word. Every time we get up, we get the same word. But God gave me this message, and he said the word that I am giving you this time is not the same word. Why? Because the word that you are birthing into a listage is connected to a promise. Oh my God, I know this is not the right kind of a sermon to teach or preach on, but I need about 500 people that is under the sound of my voice to know that this word cannot leave without giving you the promise to your blessing. Watch this. Watch this. Because Zechariah is not the only person with a word. Ezekiel is another example with a word. He is a prophet with a word. Jeremiah is another example with a word. He was afraid to give the word. Why? Because his season wasn't here yet. We have unseasoned preachers. Oh my God, y'all didn't get that. I said we have some unseasoned preachers. Why you say that, Minister? Because when you got a seasonal preacher, you have some training preachers. When you have unseasonal people, you don't have a training center. My God. You don't have nobody trained into in the area. Why? Because there's no word. Well, there's no word, there's no promise. Well, there's no promise, there's no blessing. So he's saying to the end, he's saying to those that watch it, that your pledge is not for you. It's for your season word. So on the behalf of your season, so on the behalf of your season word. See, when you have an unseasoned word, you don't have a season promise. Oh my God. He said, my word will not turn unto me void. But why? Because word don't live by bread alone. Man don't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. So the word seed time off. Here it is. Here it is. Sit down. Sit down. Dr. Jamal has time. You said God spoke to you to sow $55. God told me to tell every man, woman of God to sow on the behalf of your seed. Sow on the behalf of your seed. Look at somebody and tell them sowing guarantees the word. Sowing guarantees the word. Why? Because when you begin to sow, and nobody hear that. I said, when you begin to sow it, you begin to weep it. Weeping may endure for a night, but sure. So when the word season, when your season, when your time for a new word produces the new promise. Watch this. Why? What are you trying to go? He told prophet Zechariah that the word that I have spoken is a seasoned word. See, right where you are, you're wondering why you can't make it any longer because your season isn't here. You wondering why you're still being tested because your season hasn't made it yet. You're wondering why your season, why your marriage is not working because your season isn't here yet. Because there's a word for your season. And I came to tell every man and woman of God that your season word is here. And for right where you are, your ministry cannot move further. Your ministry cannot move forward unless you're standing on His word. Watch this. Why? Because the season of word is the opportunity for your promise. Just a promising word can deny your words. Just an unfinished word can hinder. Hear me when I say this. When it's time for the release of your blessing, when it's time for the release of the blessing, He will be looking for the season word. See, the enemy knows the plan. The enemy knows the plan. Why? How? Because when the enemy sets you up, he knows the word. Oh, God. My God. He knows the word that will come out of your mouth. So if he can grab the word out of your mouth, he can snatch the promise. I wish I had about 5 people in this holy land experience to know that if you allow the enemy to snatch your word, my God. You have allowed him to steal the promise of the blessing. I need you to sow on behalf of a snatch word. My God. Every person has ever been snatched of a word. The enemy has snatched you of your word. I wish I had about 5 people in this audience and in their home to know that the enemy can snatch your word. And when he snatched the word, he can also snatch your promise. Whenever you allow the enemy to snatch the word, you have now given the enemy dominion over your life. So Zechariah had to understand that if he allowed the enemy to steal the word, he are now allowing the enemy to steal the praise. The plan for the season of word was for Zion or for Jerusalem to renew their vows to Christ. Here it is. At this moment, every word that is proceeded out of the mouth of God is the word that is about to renew and release your promise. I wish you could understand where I'm coming from, because now I want you to hear this, because now is your season. Seed time, harvest. Timing your season. See, God is not ready to release you unless you can hear him. My God. So Zechariah had to hear God in order to speak the word. So in his due season, God had to release him to foretell. Why? Because he had to see if it was a season. I'm talking to every upcoming man of God, every upcoming leader. This is your season moment. And you've been waiting for a word. You've been waiting for a right now word. And God has spoken to my spirit to tell you that this is your moment. And the only way you can walk into your season is when I begin to tell you what you got to do in order to live. You don't hear me. You didn't hear that. Because we've been waiting on a same faith word. We've been waiting on a word to get us to the next level. God spoke to me and said the word is out of season. He said we have been speaking an out of season message. My God, we've been listening to an out of season message. And I guarantee you, right where you are, this is the word, this is the word, this is what God is trying to tell us. That when he began to speak, Zechariah opened up his mouth and he began to speak to the people. And in the rest of the verses of Zechariah, the 8th chapter, he began to speak to them. He began to encourage them more. And while he was encouraging them, the enemy wanted to hinder the word. I wish somebody could understand what I'm trying to tell you. There's a right now word that is on your lips. I need you to hear me here. You upcoming leaders need to understand that this is your season. And you cannot come out unless God has given you season or word. You don't understand, Minister Randy, you don't understand the pain that I went through. You don't understand the heartache I had to go to get to this. You don't understand. Well, I understand because you are in the same